The Town Roofer. This story was inspired by the Energy Solutions article, First Commercial Perovskite-Silicon Tandem Modules. Perovskite-Silicon Tandem solar cells have begun commercial shipments, achieving 34.85% efficiency, lighter and more efficient than conventional silicon panels. The wind was strong up on the roof. Danny tightened his harness and climbed the ladder. 34 years old. An electrician. He'd been installing solar panels on rooftops for 10 years. Today's job was a small house in a quiet neighborhood built 40 years ago. Shingled roof. The owner was an 80-year-old woman named Mrs. Edith Holloway. She lived alone. Beside Danny stood Sol, a work assist robot. Compact, bipedal, designed to carry panels and hold them in place. Danny, panel transport is ready. Thanks, bring it up. Sol lifted the first panel. Danny let out a sound of surprise. It's light. Traditional silicon solar panels weighed close to 45 pounds each. Stack several on a roof, and the structure takes a beating. Older homes, especially wood frame houses, often needed reinforcement work before installation. That alone could cost tens of thousands of dollars. Plenty of homeowners heard the number and gave up. Our roof can't handle it, they'd say. What Danny brought today was a next-generation perovskite solar panel. 9 pounds per unit, a fifth of the old weight. Thin, too, less than half the thickness of silicon panels. Flexible enough to conform to curved surfaces. Sol, what's the load capacity on this roof, including existing shingles? Approximately 130 pounds per square foot. With the new panels, full roof installation poses no structural concern, no reinforcement needed, none required. Danny held the panel up to the slope of the roof with one hand. One hand. 10 years ago, that would have been unthinkable. He was fastening the first panel when a voice drifted up from below. Danny, I made tea. Thank you, Mrs. Holloway. Give me a minute. Your robot friend too. Sol can't drink tea. Oh, is that so? Well, how about a cookie then? Oh, he doesn't eat either. Danny laughed. Mrs. Holloway was the kind of person who'd offer tea to a robot. While he was mounting the third panel, she came to the bottom of the ladder, looking up. Danny, does that thing really make electricity? It's so thin. It does. Actually, it's more efficient than the old kind. My goodness. She tilted her head, not doubting him, just marveling. Something that light, that thin, making electricity. 3 o'clock. The installation was complete. Danny came down from the roof, and together with Mrs. Holloway, they looked at the monitor in her living room. Sol had configured the real-time display. Mrs. Holloway, this is your current power generation. It's cloudy today, but you're still producing this much. Numbers appeared on the screen. She leaned in close to read them. This number, that's my house's electricity. That's right. Being made on your roof right now. My roof is making electricity. Yes, ma'am. She stared at the monitor. The numbers shifted slowly, dipping when clouds rolled over, rising when sunlight broke through. Danny. Yes, this house is old. The shingles are cracked. The roof leaks when it rains. My son keeps telling me to just tear it down and start over. But this is the house my husband and I built together. I couldn't leave. Years ago, someone told me I couldn't get solar panels. The roof couldn't take the weight. Too heavy. Danny nodded. He'd actually come out to this house 5 years ago for an estimate. Back then, reinforcement work would have brought the total to over $15,000. Mrs. Holloway had smiled and said, That's too much for me. Today's panels are light, no reinforcement needed. So your roof was just fine. Really? Even my roof? Yes, even yours. Her eyes glistened. Danny hadn't expected that. I'd been thinking, what good is this old house anymore? Old roof, high electric bills, nothing but trouble. But, she pointed at the monitor, my roof is making electricity. This old roof. My house is making power from the sun. Sol spoke quietly. Mrs. Holloway, your home is the 15th installation in this town. You're contributing to the neighborhood's total generation capacity. 15th. I'm number 15. Yes, however, your roof's generation efficiency ranks third among all 15 homes. The south-facing slope angle is near optimal. Mrs. Holloway laughed out loud. Third? My roof is third. Oh, my husband would have loved that. He was competitive about everything. He'd probably scold me for not being first. Danny laughed too. Evening. Danny packed up his tools and loaded the truck. Sol finished the final check and climbed down. Danny, all panel connections confirmed, no anomalies. Thanks, next job is, tomorrow morning, the Sasaki residence, next town over. Wood frame, 35 years old. Another old house, yes. Previously deemed ineligible for conventional panels. The new panels make installation feasible. Danny leaned against the truck and looked up at Mrs. Holloway's roof. The thin panels caught the evening light. Old shingles underneath. New solar cells on top. The house looked almost the same, but that roof was already making electricity. Sol, yes, I used to hate telling people with old houses, sorry, your roof can't handle it. They wanted panels but couldn't have them. Too heavy. But now you can install them. Yeah, just because the panels got lighter. Amazing how much that changes. Sol paused. Your work has changed too, Danny. How so? Before, it was a job where some houses were off limits. Now, it's a job where every house is possible. Danny looked back at Mrs. Holloway's house. Light spilled from the windows. Some of that light was already powered by her roof. Being the town roofer, that's not bad at all. No, it isn't. Every roof in this town is waiting for you. That's a stretch. But Danny climbed into the truck with his shoulders just a little bit straighter. Tomorrow, he'd climb someone else's roof, carrying panels that barely weigh a thing. To old houses, to small houses, to the houses of grandmothers living alone. Because the sun reaches every roof there is.